Hello everyone, welcome to another Spiritual Wisdom Hour with Victoria Cochrane here on Wednesday the 7th of August. Hope you're all well and rugging up if you're down south or on King Island. I went to King Island on the weekend and loved it. Met some beautiful people and so here we are again, moving through the week. Great to see everybody jumping on. Hi Vicky, nice to welcome you. So I'm Victoria Cochrane. I'm a psychic communicator, which is a psychic channel, medium. Hi Layla, and clairvoyant, working here in the northwest, on the northwest coast of Tasmania. Hi Jean. And I am also a spiritual healer, so love doing what I do, and an author too. I've channeled 3 books. Here they are. They're about ascension and other worlds, our spiritual journey. So you can get them online or on my website, victoriacochrane.com, but they're on all online booksellers as well. I also put out a monthly newsletter. This is this month, so I know it's back to front, sorry, and I'm going to read from last month's. Hi Robin. Peyton's still waking up. Oh, darn it. Oh dear, we'll have to have another look at that. Hopefully the energy in the house is still feeling better. Your best friend grew up on King Island. Very good. I send lots of blessings for your new job, Eileen. Just trust that it's what you're meant to be doing, that one door closes, another door opens. So actually I pulled out 3 cards before I started, so this one would be for you and others as well. Hi Deborah, welcome. A new phase begins and brings with it new opportunities. This is a lucky and prosperous time where much that previously seemed impossible now is open. Wow, New York. Hi there. And Jane, hi. Doors previously closed now open. Your world is full of light. So, yeah, a lot of people are feeling lost at the moment, at a bit of a crossroads. And so today I wanted to talk about how we create our own reality through our consciousness and the different levels of consciousness. I'm actually giving a workshop in Hobart on Saturday, down in Huonville, actually, a bit below. That's good, Robin. I'm glad the energy is still great. That's one thing, isn't it? Hi, Moni. So, interesting. All sorts of things happening here. I want to talk about that. And that might help. It was Eileen just said she's applying for a new job, and I'm not actually doing individual readings, but I just had pulled out 3 cards for the collective before we started, and one of them was about a new phase beginning. So if you are feeling lost, then you're kind of at a crossroads, and this is the time where it's a really good time to reflect on what you need to let go of, the lessons that you've had the opportunity to learn, and whether you've learnt them or not. And letting go of past hurts, and just also thinking about what you're telling yourself, whether you're actually giving yourself every opportunity to move forward, or if you're locking yourself into the past with the thoughts that you're thinking, because every thought creates. Hi Rachel, whereabouts in Australia are you? Yes, look, that's also a big change, isn't it, when they're moving from teenagers. Okay, so that was the first one. Doors previously closed, now open. Your world is full of light. So any picture that you pull that has naked women on it, it's about facing your truth and actually, warts and all, just looking at things truthfully and being honest with yourself about why you're feeling lost, what you need to let go of, and what's holding you back. and just really, are you listening to the signs that are being given to you by your guides, or are you choosing to ignore them? So, you know, everyone's guided by angel guides. And hi, Angie. Can't wait. I'm off on the road tomorrow, and I'll see you on Friday for your birthday. Yeah. So we've just got to listen to the signs. Oh, Queensland. Hi, Wendy. Look, I'm not doing cards for individuals because that would just be exhausting, but this card is for the collective. If you are feeling lost, if you're starting a new job, or you're just sort of letting something go to move into the next, just realize that that's guided and it's meant to be. The next card I pulled just before we came online was this one. So these, I forget what they're called, but they're all heart-shaped, absolutely impossible to shuffle. Good morning, good afternoon for me, but good morning for some. But they're beautiful. They have lots of beautiful messages. It's time to step into your power and create an enchanted world. It can be if you want it to be. For just as the oak tree is hidden in its seed, so too the goddess is hidden within you. And this is perfect because I'm going to be talking about our levels of consciousness and how we create our own world. Oh, much love to you, Margaret. That's sad. Reason devoid of feeling is simply harsh judgment. So listen to your heart also and move beyond the boundaries that you have placed around yourself. And I will come back to these because the words are really poignant at this time. The last one, an angel surrounds you. This is everybody, for everybody, with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature, the balanced, healthy, sensitive and loving you. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements. Consciously connecting your spiritual and physical realities will help you reconnect to the sacred, infinite and creative part of yourself that is yearning to play a greater role in your life. So Archangel Michael teaches that we chose to fall into ego so that we could find our way back into our ethereal body, our divine blueprint, and learn the lessons of separation so that we can come back into unity, into oneness. And now's the time that people are doing that. But it's a bit of a hard road because life in a human body is really hard work. It's incredibly dense energy. And the ego then gives us the power to judge ourselves and other people, to feel that we're superior or inferior, and it can be a world of pain and world of feeling disconnected. And so the illusion of separation is something that's keeping people in the third dimensional energy. Hi Ginia, great to see you again. And so I wanted to talk to you a bit about that. And look, Archangel Michael's put out a lot of information through Ronna Herman. I think she calls herself Ronna Vise now. She's the sacred scribe, and she's about 85. She's amazing. She's an amazing lady. Most beautiful channeler. This one, The Magic and Majesty of Ascending Humanity, has a lot of information, but it's incredibly heavy, and I would just bamboozle the whole lot of you if I even tried. So I won't. But in this one, this is one I use a lot, Scripting Your Destiny. It explains all about dimensions and how they relate to the rays of light and the chakras, and also about ascension to mastery or enlightenment. And that's where we're headed now. And so I did want to talk to you a little bit about what he writes in here. But first of all, there's a lot of information online, and you know, I am here to give you spiritual wisdom, but I'm not the sage of all wisdom. So of course I read and hi Shelley, it's great to see you. Hi Cynthia. So hopefully this will help people with some guidance. By all means, I'm available for one-on-one tutoring. I'm available for readings and healings, and I'll be giving away a 15-minute session if people are kind enough to share this video afterwards. I tried to share the ad, but share the video and then I'll put you all in the hat. So this came from www.peaceinpractice.iinet.net.au, Dimensions of Consciousness, and it's the one that actually just states things very simply. But a dimension is a state of consciousness. So I've explained before, we live in 7 planes of existence, and they can be described as dimensions too. But the planes are they are dimensions of consciousness, but they have different vibrations of energy. And so the first plane is the rocks and the minerals and earth, and so it's quite a dense vibration, and you get lighter and lighter with the vibrations of energy as you go up. And I prefer to call them planes, because then we have dimensions that I think are quite larger, and they encompass the planes, and they have sub-dimensions, and they're extremely complicated. So the 7 planes of existence, I have a bit of a handout that I'm handing out to people on the weekend. No worries. Yes, can do that for you, Robin. Get in touch with me and you'll do that. So if you look at little circles, and we start with the first plane and we go out to the 7th plane, we live and exist in all the planes of existence all at one time. And so if you're working with crystals, you're working with the first plane. If you're working with plants, you're working with the 2nd plane of existence, or vitamins. Also minerals are the first plane. So rocks, crystals, minerals, first plane. Plants, vitamins, the Diva Kingdom, that's the 2nd plane. Animals, carbon, humans, that's the 3rd plane of existence. Okay. But we can live on the 3rd plane of existence, but still be in the 5th dimension. So do you want to see what I mean? The plane, just because we're on this plane doesn't mean we're always stuck in the 3rd dimension. So within the planes, there are different dimensions or levels of consciousness, and that's why I prefer to call them planes and then talk about the dimensions within them. Doing cards for everybody today, Azra, so hopefully you'll be able to resonate with what comes out. Then the 4th plane is the spirit world, and that's where children of the masters go, ones who have not yet achieved mastery go when they die. And apparently we do everything that we do on earth, we just don't have a body to hinder us. So that's why you can smell people smoking. That's how I came into this work, smelt my grandfather smoking. You can, in a haunted house, you'll hear plates rattling and toast cooking, smell toast cooking. Amazing. And there are heaps and heaps of dimensions, levels within the 4th plane, like multiple dimensions, and that's called the astral plane too. The lower 5th dimension we don't go into because that's fallen angels and things. The upper 5th dimension is where the temples of light, the angels' garden, the masters and archangels reside. The 6th plane is the laws and the Akashic records, and the 7th plane is the creator. The creator is the only plane where everything just is, and there are no vows or commitments. There's no trading of energy. So I've explained before, on all the other planes of existence, there's trading of energy, sacrifice. The masters will talk about the greater good and sacrifice. In the energy of oneness, we're all one, there's no sacrifice. So it's not anything to do with religion, it's a level of consciousness. So therefore, God is a level of consciousness. You know, to achieve oneness, then we achieve that creator consciousness, that consciousness of everything is one and everything is created in the energy of unconditional love, and there's no separation. And if we've achieved that, then we've achieved a consciousness akin to God. And that's why we're co-creators, and we create with every thought and every vibration that we put out is what we create and how we create our reality. And so it's really important to understand how powerful we are as co-creators in creating our own world and in affecting the world around us. And everybody needs to take responsibility for that. So this person who's written this, and I should have got the name from the website, has done a really good job, and there's still a lot of information here, and I'm certainly not going to go through it all. But it's peaceinpractice.iinet.net.au, and it's worthwhile looking up. So the dimensions then relate to the chakras, not necessarily in order. Hi Donna, sorry can't do individual ones, but please, I think therefore I am. Hi Tony, great to see you. Yes, definitely what we create as above, so below, all of that kind of thing. So I will be doing more cards for people and a meditation as well. So indigos were born on the indigo or blue ray of incarnation and evolution. So if you're an indigo child or you have indigo children, then, you know, they're very open. That's the indigo ray, isn't it? The indigo of the third eye. But into 3D bodies with their consciousness firmly in the fourth or fifth dimension, which is why they might have trouble. I think that's where autism might come from too. It's where their bodies are dense, but their minds are incredibly powerful. Thank you, Tony. So great to connect with you today. Crystal children are born with their consciousness in the sixth dimension, and that's where numerology, astrology, scientific knowledge, all of that kind of thing goes. So they're incredibly logical people and perhaps can't actually get that spiritual connection sometimes. It's kind of clashes. Their logical mind clashes with their spiritual mind. So the dimensions are a means of organising different planes of existence according to their vibratory rate and accessing them, so we can still be in the third plane of existence, but accessing the fourth or fifth dimension with our thoughts and the way that we see the world and seeing things from a higher perspective rather than enmeshing in the drama of what's happening. Hi Roxy, great to see you. So each dimension has a certain set of laws. So each plane has its own vows and commitments and laws. The second plane is, you know, if I do something for you, you need to do something for me, or I'll just nick it. Yeah, so it's really important then to connect to the all and the oneness of the Creator, and because it's unconditional, and it's just with intention of connecting to the light and asking to be protected by the unconditional love of the universe, because everything is connected and one with the universe. And then you won't get drained and feel that someone's taking all your energy. So Archangel Michael talks about the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, and the superconscious mind. So we're consciously aware of ourselves speaking now and of being in the space and of thinking and of what we believe. But there's certainly a subconscious mind, but there's a superconscious mind which then encompasses everything. And I just wanted to read you a little bit about that. And also then talk about what oneness is and about the illusion of separation. Because even if you're not religious, and I certainly aren't, but I certainly believe in Jesus and as a really beautiful presence to help connect me to my higher self and my Christ consciousness, and He's the embodiment of unconditional love to link us to the light of the Creator. And I certainly believe in God as a consciousness of oneness and instant healing and manifestation and unity. And so we need to feel that connection to that unconditional love, because if we don't, that's where we get lost. So meditation and connection to people who speak the same language. Hi, Robin. Is really important, because if you're really starting to awaken, you know, then I had a fellow contact me yesterday and he asked if I'd had contact with spiritual beings, and he gave them a name, and I won't give it, but anyone else would have gone, "Are you crazy?" But one of my promises to people is that I'll always believe you, and I'll do my research. And I said, "Well, no, I haven't, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist." And I asked Creator about them, and they're the Sasquatch. He called them something else, but Sasquatch. And I hadn't, but Creator said they come from Uranus and they're highly evolved and they don't have bodies. And so then I learnt, from him, and he's actually coming to see me next month. And so it's about then him thinking, well, thank goodness there's someone who can listen to me and not think that I'm crazy. Because, I think I told the story last week of someone who came to see me and had been on 15 different medications and been in the mental unit and whatever, and had voices, but really it's his spiritual connection. And so if you can find people who can listen to you and who can actually believe you or have had the same experiences and connect you to then your higher wisdom and put you on the right path, and I'm one of many, then how amazing a gift is it for me to have that, but also for the person to say, "Oh, thank goodness, I've found someone who believes." And so that's where I think this is really important too, that a lot of people are saying, look, I know people want cards and they want reading for themselves, but the actual information that you're giving over is actually helping me to understand what's going on with me, and is really great spiritual development, and it's really important. So I do apologise that I can't just tune into individual people, but I tried that once or twice and it was just exhausting. But I think this is really important, to help everybody understand what's going on. And if there's one thing that you go, "Oh, that really resonates with me," or "I must tell my friend because she's been talking about that," then I've done a good job. So the Trinity of Mind Consciousness, that's from Scripting Your Destiny by Archangel Michael through Ronna Herman. I am but one unified mind. So our conscious mind and our subconscious mind and our superconscious mind are all one. My subconscious mind, conscious mind, and superconscious mind are in perfect harmony and alignment under the direction of my divine I Am Presence. And that's something I've been doing for a lot of people in healings lately. Hi, Kathy. Is to connect people to their I Am Presence. And that goes through the base chakra and then connects through all their other chakras. And it's like, I am who I am. And I'm not apologizing for that. And it's your goddess or your God self come in, your higher mind, to connect. And there's no doubt then, there's no worry about whether you're on the right path or you're doing the right thing. When you're in your I Am Presence, there's no apology for who you are. And so but to work on your thoughts and on the vibration of your thoughts and the vibration of your energy, and whether you're actually putting out negative or positive energy, that's really important. And that's how you get up to being in your divine I Am and connecting your conscious, your subconscious, and your superconscious mind. Harmony between our subconscious, our conscious and superconscious mind allows us to become masters of co-creation, manifesting abundance, peace, joy, and harmony as we tap into the neutral universal life force energy of creation, which is electromagnetic energy. This is the most important statement. Your world is a reflection of your state of consciousness. If you say, "I'll never do it, I can't do it, I'm always broke," then you'll always be broke. It's what you put out to the universe that goes with the law of manifestation, the law of abundance, the law of magnetism. And what are you attracting by what you're thinking and by what you're saying? Really, really important. As you change your concept of self, you change the holographic picture of your reality. And so I've said before, the saviour of the world is for everybody to love themselves, every single person to actually give love and respect to themselves and honour themselves as co-creators and one with the universe and as important as anybody else, and as belonging. here on earth. And if we don't feel that we belong, then we can really create a reality of separation and disillusionment and loneliness. Inner work must be balanced with outer work and vice versa. Contemplation, inspiration, activation. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're also right. Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. So we create our own reality, and it's just by changing your perception of a glass half full or a glass half empty. It's one of those. Hi, Erica. Great to see you. Within each of us is a divine blueprint, a magnificent vision just waiting to be discovered and brought forth. Your mission is to manifest this vision, then live it, share it, and teach it. Your habits, behavior, and personality are shaped more from your subconscious beliefs than from those of which you are consciously aware. And Archangel Michael says it takes 2 weeks to change our subconscious thoughts from one thing to another, to actually change our belief system. So if you're constantly saying, I'm hopeless, or I can't do it, or I'm tired, I say that all the time, then you're going to believe that and you're going to create that. So it's, what are we saying to ourselves? I can't do it. I'm working on being better at doing that. I will be good at that. I'm working on that. It's how you say it and then you believe it and what you put out. These are thought forms from many past lives, your early childhood, and the continuous input allowed to filter into your subconscious. The self-sabotaging beliefs locked in the dark corners of our subconscious, often called our shadow self or ego, are our deepest fears, phobias, shame, guilt, obsessions, hostility, scarcity, unworthiness, failure, rejection, betrayal. Gets worse. Remember the old saying, G-I-G-O, garbage in, garbage out. Until we lift our conscious minds above the vibrations of mass consciousness. And last week, I talked about the human collective consciousness and how all thoughts go out. Everything goes out into the human collective consciousness and just creates this great big mishmash of negativity and positivity, or the collective unconsciousness of the earth, the collective unconsciousness. We are influenced by and subjected to the energies that have created all the pain, suffering, and disharmony in the world. As we change our beliefs and they are magnified and strengthened by those of other light warriors, these old 3D beliefs are being erased, so third dimensional beliefs, very dense energy to be living in, are being erased, changed, modified, and transformed. We will call it the 100th master effect, or in 3D terminology, the 100th monkey effect. I always say we're in 3D, the monkeys are having a lovely time because we're in our mind and we're just in that dense kind of ego kind of world of not really connecting to our higher self and all the possibilities that the universe gives us. Exactly, Erica, so true. So your inner world can be your greatest nightmare or your doorway to bliss and illumination. Here lurk your deepest fears, nightmares, and ancient memories of failure, suffering, and pain. It is time to allow the boogeyman to come out of the shadows, and as we shine the light on him, we realize he is a part of our magnificence, our divinity. Thought, frequencies, and sound yield form, form yields sound. Your multi-mind, which is our subconscious, conscious, and superconscious mind, and your life experiences are the tools to greater awareness, which result in a shift in your reality and vibrations. Do not label anything good or bad, because that's duality. Right or wrong, light or dark. It is all about balance. Balance in the physical, mental, emotional aspects of your being. Resistance to change and what is creates suffering and strife. So here's some affirmations. We can say them together now. I am a projection of my divine I am presence. So what we put out, we project. I am a projection of my divine I am presence. I radiate light, love, harmony, and joy from my golden heart center. I release and transmute my past, present, and future in the violet transmuting flame. I am encased in a golden sphere of Christ light, and nothing but energies of harmony and love can penetrate this space or sphere. I live and express constant love and thanksgiving to the Creator and all the beloved beings of light. A master is someone who transforms knowledge into wisdom. When this wisdom is combined with the power of intent, it creates miracles. You are the creator of your reality. Others only project to you your perception of self. You create it with every thought. You came into the physical body because you chose to be a part of the grand experiment on a planet called Earth. The Creator, Father, Mother, God sees you as perfect. You are the only judge. Words, thoughts, intent, and emotions create your reality. So now I just want you to take a minute to think of an affirmation or think of something that you need to create and write down that you can do it. I will do it. I am doing it. I'm creating this. It will happen. Thank you to the universe for the abundance that I can create, that I am creating. Thank you for my magnificent reality on earth. It's really, really important to be putting that out and just projecting that all the time. So we've talked about cancelling or clearing negative thought forms, and he says that you do have a few seconds to do that. You must have mental focus and clarity combined with intense emotional desire and feeling to manifest your vision. It must be heart-centered and in harmony with your divine self for the highest good of all, but also for your highest good, your own highest good. Then you are functioning as a master. Saying cancel, clear, and in the past allows your subconscious mind to neutralize negative thought form or expressions. So here's a few I ams for you. I am a master of co-creation. I am slim, trim, and healthy. I am loving, wise, and wealthy. I am, and it's also always in capitals, I, capital A, capital M. I am a being of violet fire. I am God's perfect desire. I am powerful and in control of my destiny. I am responsible and productive. I am focused and empowered. I am responsible for my perceptions and my feelings. I am love. I love myself and I love life. Always use love, always. ALL, always. Love overcomes fear. Love overcomes hate. Love the spark of divinity in each person. This does not mean you have to like a person or be involved with them. Bless them to their highest good and know that they are where they need to be to learn the lessons of life. Love is the divine power of attraction that creates, harmonizes, unites, and binds together. When you love without reservation, which is unconditional love, you become a reflection or a reflector of God's divine plan. I will establish a positive outcome. I will focus on the moment and pay attention to details. I will give clear, concise input to my subconscious and conscious minds. I will harmonize my actions with my vision or script. I will create a job that reinforces and fulfills my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical needs. I will create loving relationships, companions. I will manifest all my needs and desires even before I am aware of them. I will always speak with integrity, clarity, and compassion. Very powerful, extremely powerful stuff, guys. So I just want to read this one. This is, again, Archangel Michael through Ronna Herman. Just can't recommend it enough. I am one with all that is. And we're going to do a oneness meditation now. I am one with all that is, unlimited by time, unbound by space, pure and holy by my nature, all bliss I am, all joy I am, all abundance I am. I am the infinite, changeless one, and I am the master of my world, and my destiny. I am one with you as you are one with me. I am that I am. Amazing, just amazing. So it's really important then that we start to work beyond the third dimension. And I always show this picture because on the cover of the first book that I published, this is the third dimension, this is the fifth dimension. Where would you rather be? You know, it's a no-brainer, really. But to do that then, we need to activate our chakras and bring in our light body and to start to think about the world and to think about our place in it and to actually send love and life and harmonize our ego self with our soul self and start to really work consciously on the vibrations that we're emitting to the world every day. So the fourth dimension then is a state of becoming. The third dimension is state of doing, state of ego, state of serving self, and getting stuck in the past and revenge and vengeance and all of that kind of thing. When we're in the fourth dimension, we're then in a state of becoming and starting to think more about other people. It's a realm of the unconscious mind. Our fourth dimensional astral bodies possess advanced dreaming. Yeah, Shelley, absolutely. Imagination, psychic ability, intuition. So if you're starting to recognize that you have psychic gifts, you're definitely accessing the fourth dimension and starting to awaken to your own spiritual connections, your own divinity and your psychic gifts, because we all have them. As we expand our mind to be conscious of our unconscious mind, we can experience more and more of these qualities while in our physical form. At this level, there is the beginning awareness of the universal law of one or unity consciousness. Whatever affects one of us affects all of us. Indigo children carry this awareness, which is the key to multi-dimensionality, and it leads them to be warriors for causes that heal the earth. Realization and practice that no one is greater than the other and that group consciousness is the path to the future. We must all cooperate for the good of all to create a better earth. And once we get to the fifth dimension, there is no illusion of separation or limitation. Instead, there is a constant experience of the oneness of God, Goddess of all that is. On the fifth dimension, we live in unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, and unconditional acceptance of ourselves as well as others. At this level, we are free to create new ways of thinking, being, doing through the seeds of unity consciousness. So being really, really conscious of where you are in your vibrations and how you can start to raise them and start to be aware of what you're putting out to the world is really, really important. So I want to then... there are two cards that I've pulled out, one from the Healing Energy cards of Leanne Peters and another one from Angels, Gods and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno, and they're obviously for someone watching, because if you've got a question about am I in the right relationship or have I met my twin flame or partner for life, then the answer would be yes, because I've pulled these out. They're both the same. They're different card decks, but they both came out. So I hope this helps someone who's watching. Angel of Union, a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. And this one is Sacred Love, a feeling and connection beyond words, merging and coming together. Love, Sacred Grids, a calling for your beloved. Twin Flame Reunion, strengthening self-love and sacredness. So if that's definitely for someone out there, I hope that resonates with you. And just know that the pullings and tuggings of your heart are your guidance to find your true twin flame. So I would like to do a little bit of a meditation now, just to take you to the connection to oneness and the all. I think I was going to do that last week and just didn't get there because we ran out of time. But I did a channeling about the illusion of separation, and that came from Archangel Michael. He comes in a bit. Oh, sorry. Okay, where did I put them? That one? and that's from the Healing Energy cards. And this one, which is got Angels, Gods and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. It's the same message. Hi Anne-Marie, great to see you again. So there you go, Slim. So he talks about how, you know, separation is only an illusion. So very, very quickly, zipping your aura up is always a good idea. And no, sorry, Kirsten. Great to see you, though. Please watch back. I've just been talking about the conscious mind and subconscious mind and superconscious mind. And if you would like an individual reading, please contact me. But this is for the collective. Welcome. And then I always was taught this kahuna break early on, where you break your energy, zip your aura up and just wipe energy out and get rid of it, so that you're always keep your aura clear and whole. And then just breathe your energy down into the ground, connect to Mother Earth and give thanks for her blessings and love, and then bring the energy back up as two beams of light all the way up to your crown. And then as your light is rotating above your crown, just see, feel or imagine it connecting up to the Creator's light, which is exactly like your light but just much bigger. And then breathe out and bring Creator's light down to your light. Take a breath in and then breathe your light and Creator's light down around you until it's surrounding you and you're in the unconditional love and light of the Creator of all that is. There are no people, no colours. It's just a beautiful pearlescent white sparkly light. No conditions, no vows and commitments. Everything just is. Unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, unconditional truth. Breathe in and you can dissolve your light into the Creator's light. This is the ultimate plane of manifestation and of creation. So just giving out light and love and breathing in light and love. In this light there are the adamantine particles of creation. So when you breathe them in, and you can create a still point where you just stop and then breathe it out. So when you've made an intention, you're actually creating that space in the universe for you to create that. So think now, as you're in this beautiful light and love, of something you wish to create. Remember, in the energy of oneness, there's no sacrifice. So we can create what we need and want on earth without sacrificing our energy, without feeling that we need to give something away. We are co-creators and we deserve it. But we create it in the highest and best way for ourselves. So, you know, if you want to create abundance, be specific. Otherwise, you could get a truckload of tomatoes at your back door. That's still abundance. Or you could get run over by a truck and get the claim, you know, the abundance in an insurance claim. Not the highest and best way, is it really? So it's always asking, giving thanks for the abundance that you have, and then holding the intention of what you wish to manifest in your life. That is for your highest and best, manifesting in the highest and best way. And then breathe light and love into it and hold it in the still point of creation. And you can create that still point by sniffing and then release. So Angie, I know exactly what you need to create, so hold it in your mind's eye, breathe love and light into it and just hold it in that still point. And once we've done that 3 times, the power of 3, then just release it into the